So, if you are a regular viewer of the channel, you might notice down in the comments section, one of my amazing viewers. Um, he always comments on almost every single one of my videos. I get a comment from him. And his name is Brian M. 2850. And he actually left a comment under my Social Reckoning trailer reaction saying, pretty please do the 2026 Ice Cream Man trailer. Well, I will say this. I'm not going to do the Ice Cream Man trailer because, well, for one, it's relatively short. And there's not, and I've seen the trailer already. I've seen it a couple of times when I go and watch horror movies. I've seen it a fair few times, and I can tell you that there's not a lot in it. There's a little bit in it, but there's not like a lot in it. And two, why review the trailer when I can review the movie? So that's what we're going to do. Of course, I'm Daniel Strunk. This is QuickTime Reactions, and welcome to my review of Ice Cream Man from 2026. This is the latest adaptation of I believe this Ice Cream Man was like, because I know there was the Ice Cream Man movie that came out in the 90s, but this is completely and wholly different from that version of Ice Cream Man. Because this movie was written and directed by Eli Roth. Roth had some help with the screenplay by Noah Belson, but the story was solely Roth as well. And this movie stars Ari Millen. Yeah, I believe I'm saying that name correctly. Ari Millen. Yeah, Millen. Um, Charlie Seltzer, Shiloh O'Reilly, Kiori Mirza Waldman, Sarah Abbott, Benjamin Byron Davis, as well as a whole host of others. And it tells the story about the town of Baleen Bay. It's just a nice, quaint little town out in the middle of nowhere. And, you know, during the summer, an ice cream man comes around selling his wares to the public. However, his ice cream has some unique effects on the children, which turn them ravenous and murderous. So it is up to a group of kids not affected by the ice cream man's ice cream to try and figure out a solution to try and save the town. Will they be able to? We'll have to wait and see. So, like I said, this movie is kind of a remake slash reboot from the movie that came out in like the mid 90s. I've not seen the one from the mid 90s, but I assume that this would be like similar, I want to say vibe esque, like similar story beats happen from like that original version to this version. Um, but of course, what's gonna crank it up a notch is, of course, Mr. Eli Roth, who is well known for his um, horror movies like Hostel, Green Inferno, Thanksgiving, um, and he was also an actor in his own right. In fact, he even has a small little part in this movie, which I think he always finds a way to have himself a role in his movies, if I remember correctly. Um, I can't say the same for like all of his other movies, but I think for his horror movies, I think he ends up finding a role for himself somewhere in his horror movies. Um, Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, this movie is the next great wave of horror cinema. Like, I'm not. This is not what this review is going to be about. Because to me, this movie, and when you hear a title like Ice Cream Man, this is where my mind immediately goes to B horror. And there is a perfectly fine place for B horror movie nonsense. And this right here is done to perfection. B horror movie nonsense. And I say that with all the love in the world. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. Um, like, for instance, the story is, you know, it's got some good moments, but it is literally something from a B movie. Um, with the ice cream taking over the kids and stuff like that, and certain things that happen throughout the movie are like, oh yeah, that's 100% from a B movie. Um, Roth's direction is really really good as well. I mean, he's been doing it for a long, long time, so that comes as no surprise. Um, the performances in this are also really good as well. Ari Millen, who plays the titular Ice Cream Man, I thought his performance was really, really good. He doesn't say a lick of dialogue in this movie, but the way he's able to showcase his emotions through his facial expressions, I thought was really, really good. Um, Charlie Seltzer as, I believe, Jared, who is one of the, what I'm going to call final kids um, in the movie. Um, I thought was also really good as well. Um, the actors who played Tommy and Mia, who also were some of the final kids in the movie, I thought their performances from those actors were really good. The actress that played Lizzie, I thought also did a really good job. Like, everyone's performances, like, everyone did what they needed to do in their specific roles, which I thought absolutely perfect. This is all it needed to be. This is all it needed to be. Um, Brandon Roberts' music, his score, I thought was really good as well. Fit the vibe that the movie was going with. But when I say B movie, you know, the story and the performances and stuff you can put to the wayside. A little bit, because what you really come for are the kills and the effects. And I thought the kills and the effects were pretty good. Obviously, it's a combination of both practical and digital. You can really tell the digital effects at some points, which I'm not gonna pester and argue about that with, for two reasons. One, I was born in the 2000s, so I'm used to really really bad CG looking stuff. So I'm just desensitized to it by this point. And two, I've heard for many years how Marvel's CG ain't the best, and I've not had a problem with it, in my opinion, anyway. Again, just part of that desensitization from, me watching all of the stuff that I watched when I was a kid. So, you know, there's that. But the practical effects in this movie are really, really good. Like they're really, really good. Um, just the way that the kids look as well. Like they don't do anything like crazy with the kids. Like that maybe they have like a little bit of like makeup under their eye to make them look just that touch disheveled. Um, and then the effects with like um, certain kills, and there's one kill that I mean, they show this in the. I'm not going to spoil it because it's a really, really good kill. And I don't want to spoil that because I think that should be witnessed in a theater setting. But there's one kill that is really, really good, and I think is a really good like combination of both practical and digital. Um, so again, I don't want to say anything, but that one particular kill was pretty good. Um, and overall, the kills in this were really good in general, like all unique and creative uh, kills throughout the film, which I can appreciate. Um, but yeah, overall, man, I just had a really fun time. Like I said, this isn't a movie that, you're going to walk in, expecting uh, 10 Oscar nominations for, and that's going to win like 8 of them. Like that's not what you sign up for when you go and watch a movie like this. You are just here to be entertained however you can be. And you know what? That movie did that in spades for me. Like the story is all right, direction was pretty good, performances, you know, are what they needed to be in this circumstance. But the kills and the gore and the effects, pretty good. They were pretty good in my opinion. So if you have some time over the weekend, if you're not watching Brand New Day for the second or third time, or going to see the Odyssey for the second or third time, then maybe you should go and check this one out because I think you will walk away with a smile on your face if you go and watch this movie. But that is just my opinion. What did you guys think about this movie? Let me know down in the comments below. But I think that is going to be pretty much it for me on this one, guys. Be safe out there. And if this were to ever happen in real life, if an ice cream man came um, around selling his wares, but his said wares were mind controlling, I'd probably be actually not even just me, my whole family would be mind controlled because um, we like our ice cream a lot. So I think we would be screwed very much so in that instance. And I will catch you guys next time.